Welcome to my podcast. Let me be me and hear my thoughts. Hello, everybody. After now, while because I was sick and then I had my rest week, um, I'm back, and I wanted to talk with you about Portugal and how sometimes people arriving in a different country and the complaint level sometimes is huge, where I'm sometimes thinking, hey guys, if you're coming to a foreign country or if you're going to other countries than your home country, you need to understand, if you're here in Portugal, that you can't expect that the majority is speaking English with you, because you need to adapt to the people living there. And I'm originally from Germany, and I know that we in Germany are the same. If you're going to Germany, people would respond first in German to you and not in English. And you can't complain for the country to speak with you English, even if it's the world language. But where we would go with this, if you could travel everywhere and just speak English, and everybody knows English, and everybody's not even trying to teach you the foreign language because you are in their country, um, then in my opinion, we would have a loss of culture, because people want to live in this country but don't adapt to the culture and not to the language. And I think culture, it's a lot about the language, because you just really understand stuff when you can speak or understand in some point the language where you are living in a country, what they're speaking. So here it's Portuguese, Germany is German, Italy is Italian, and on and on. So or in Gambia, where my father's coming from, it's mainly Wolof. Even the colonizers was English, and everybody speaks English, but the majority speaking Wolof there. And then you have 6 to 7 dialects and different language what people speaking there. So my father is speaking Wolof and Mandinka, and he's from the Mandinka tribe. And yeah, but back to Portugal. So, what I see, or what I experience here when people come from Germany or from the Western countries here in Europe, for me is that they're kind of, in some point, arrogant to not adapt to the culture, because they're thinking, or to the language, because they're thinking, oh no, it's super hard to learn Portuguese. Yeah, it's super hard, but at least try a bit. The first thing what I learned here in Portugal was to order my stuff in Portuguese. So if I going somewhere and order my food, I try at least to say bom dia, so it's good morning, or boa tarde, boa noite. These are easy stuff to learn right away. But even this, some people um, resigned for that to learn it, or to say this little word what you hear every day from Portuguese people, if you have a conversation with them. So the first thing what you're saying is a bom dia or boa tarde, and I don't understand if the people thinking that when they coming here that this things the same like in their country. It's like, no, you need to learn, or you need to see what you are needed. So here it's also, they have a public health system, and they never have a private health system. We have that in Germany as well, but it's differently. So normally in Germany you can go everywhere you want. If a doctor or a clinic stated they just have private customers, it's directly written there. So the normal people, in my opinion, normal people, or the majority in this, they have a public health insurance. So they're going then to the public system. But in Germany, is it like that? You can choose your doctor and you not get assigned to a doctor. Because here in Portugal, normally, if you're going to your Centro de Saúde, so what is the healthcare center, you get a doctor assigned. So this doctor will be for your family and for your kids and everything. So you're going to this specific doctor. But since Lisbon have so many foreign people coming and so many um, people living here, it's hard to get a doctor assigned. So even my ex-boyfriend, he don't have here in Lisbon a assigned doctor. And if you want to go to the public health system, you need the numero de utente. So the numero de utente, it's your it's like your health ID. And with this health ID, you need to go to your from your area where you're living to the Centro de Saúde and apply for this number. And since everything takes time, you need to expect weeks that this number is created for you. And if you have then this numero de utente, you can normally go to the hospital here, to the public system, and don't need to pay. It's depending what kind of surgery or something else you needed, but the public system, it's cheaper than the private system. What it's what makes sense for sure. And on the beginning, it was not that clear for my company that this is an important number, so I got it really late. But then I got sick. I had in my gallbladder stones, so I needed to remove. But even though the I needed to pay 200 euros for the surgery, so it's still not that expensive. But in this point, because I have a German salary, and the German salary, it's here in Portugal, it's around 1100, depending which company you're working for. But Germans have, for the standard here in Portugal, the standard for Portuguese people, it's like around 700 to, I think 700 to 900, but it can be also a little bit lower than 700. So you can imagine Portuguese people suffering a lot because the minimum wage here, it's too low for Lisbon. That for sure, because a lot of foreign people coming here and raising up the properties and the rent for everybody. And I see an issue with that because it's get a little bit swamped over. That too many, in my opinion, too many people who are not continuous living here in Portugal can buy properties and make the rent expensively high. Um, and but there, it's always, if you're going in a foreign country, a good friend of mine, she said it or explained it to me. It's perfect because if you're going in a new country where you're not coming from, you need to expect that you are like a child, you are like a newborn, and this time your parents will not show everything to you and guide you through the stuff, and you are not directly born with all the information you needed. So you need to adapt and say, okay, in Germany you have a healthcare number, even maybe you don't know about it, but we do. So I need to apply for that. Then you have a tax number. The tax number, if the company is not doing it for you, you need to apply for it. And since we are in a different country and it's a southern country, it takes time to get all these numbers. And then you have you sometimes you don't have the right paper, and you need to go to a different department, and on and on. And for me, in my opinion, I live now 4 years here in Portugal, and what I can see, it's like Portugal is the southern Germany, in my opinion, not not completely the mentality, because the Portuguese people, in my opinion, are more friendly, and they help if you need something or they see something. There's a society who are helping each other, but in the same time, it is they are, I will not say cold, but in one point they are. It's not easy to really catch Portuguese people as friends. My main friends here in Portugal are actually foreigners, so Brazilians, Italians, French people, German people, because, like I said, it's not that common that you really get the connection to Portuguese people. They're super friendly with you, and they also being in the bubble, but normally they have like a handful of friends, and this is enough for them. But you need to really be pushing forward to keep contact with them. And sometimes I had the feeling in Germany it's the same, that we're kind of cold, but the society for me in Germany is like we are not really assisting each other. Everybody is like more stubborn and say, okay, I go my way and this is my way. Um, but for the living here, the environment for me is definitely safer than in Germany, because for my opinion, for mixed and black people, and also for darker skinned Asians, and from the different countries, it's quite nice. I can see a higher discrimination level for Brazilian people here, because they are not really. They thinking they are lower class people, what in my opinion is really really bad, because it is a shit thing to say and or have it in mind. And but since I'm German and I directly communicated with the people, they thinking, oh yeah, I'm in a higher state, because this is um, other thing what they have probably in mind when they're hearing German. Say, oh, Germany, so nice. So it's like this is always the this thing. If you are in one of the high privileged Western countries, I would say, if you are born there, the people have a other review for that. But if you're coming from an African country and speaking Portuguese, or coming from Brazil and speaking Portuguese, you're like lower class for them. And I think this dynamics we have in few countries, that people have certain aspect of people from in how you say, in a quote, for the third world countries, but even that we need to erase in our mind, because yeah, every country has the difficulties. Some are more dangerous, some are less, but you can't choose as a human where you're coming from. So you're born in a different country, you have your life there, and then you need to adapt by yourself. So I have a lovely mom. I love my siblings, but in my opinion, Germany is not my country, because the level of racism it's really high, and also Gambia is not my country, because the level of homophobia it's huge as well. And that's why I chose for myself, okay, I need to find a country where I'm thinking I'm feeling safe, and where I can be more free. And the good thing for me here is in Portugal, I have more representation of black people, so more representation of mixed people, and also more representation of Asian and Latin people, what I didn't had when I grew up in Germany. So the representation wise, For me, it's more comfortable and the environment is more healthy. But people, of course, growing up here have a different view because they are like the newborn on the beginning. I said they're the newborn from the beginning, so they have the Portuguese way of living, and sometimes they make things, or sometimes they making the same experience what I did in Germany. So, and in this opinion or in this mind, I know that I'm privileged because my heritage is from Gambia and from Germany, but I grew up in Germany, and so I have the privilege to being German. Um, and we need to be, in my opinion, what the good thing is, or what we need to do as human to fight discrimination on that point. And if we see discrimination, to assist the people who are in this environment and have not the same opportunities like now here in Portugal, like the white people or the white Portuguese people. And yeah, so for now, what I had as a privileged German, black German, what I saw here was really more the foreign hate. Um, so xenophobia against Brazilian people. So because they're the discrimination level, I hear way more things about that. But anyway, for me, it's a beautiful country because I don't understand them, to be honest. And I think sometimes to getting clear or have more time for yourself, it's a really good thing to not always understand your environment. Of course, I adapting to the culture. I learned the language. My Brazilian friend, she's talking with me in Portuguese, and I get more and more speaking. It takes a long time, but I will try my best because I chose to live in Portugal and not going back to Germany. So yeah, that's my part. I hope you had a little bit a view of Portugal. Like I said, it's a beautiful country in my opinion, with a lot of sun, a cold sea apparently, but it's now it's spring and it's already starting to be really warm. Yeah, so I coming into my end. Enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend, and have a good week tomorrow. Or no, Monday. Tomorrow is Sunday. Um, but yeah, I send you to you hugs and kisses, or in Portugal we say beijinhos and abraço. And yeah, if you have any questions or you wanna be in contact with me, you always can send me an email if you want to. The email is in my account. And yeah, thank you for listening. Make a warm coffee or warm chocolate and enjoy your day. Thank you.